Okay. Let's touch up on this. This is our Japanese one, the Arch brand one. Putting a bench grinder stone should be harder than what it is. No, I must admit that off the top of my head I can't remember what bond it is, or it's in how hard it is. Alright, we'll turn it around and we'll set it up again. So here we are. I've just set it up again, so I thought I'd show you that again. Just with this is a little V-block, not little V-block, little magnetic base compared to the one that I've just done. So as you can see, there's a considerable size difference. So I'll give this little one a grind now. Actually, while I'm about it, because of the difficulty of setting it up, what I might do is we'll set well, there's a big difference between these two. I've got these side by side. There must be half a mil difference in the height here. So what we'll do is we'll rough this in. That's pretty close. Now this outside edge is a little bit lower. Touching about half, yeah, a little bit less than half of this face on this outside one. what we're doing is we're touching about 3/4 on this one, and about 3/4 for 2/3 of the way across, 2/3 of the way across, and about 7/8 for the last couple of milk. Okay, so I'm busy grinding the V in here. And the obvious questions are, what's the angle? How do I measure it? And how do I replicate it? But then the next series of questions are, does it matter what the angle is? Does it matter if they're different side to side? And how critical is it? Well, what that angle is will change depending on the need for it, will change depending on the radius that you're on. So the actual number isn't that important. Therefore, measuring it isn't that important. What matters is that it's parallel. These planes from this face here to this face here are parallel, and when you look at this, you can see this one here is quite wide at the back here. Well, the end's back, it's the back of it. It's facing the camera. It's quite wide there, and it's quite narrow up the front here. There's probably 1.5. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe better there. Hopefully it's in focus, but there's quite a noticeable difference from here to here. I've already ground this side. And to be quite honest with you, the way that I'm setting it up, from an engineering point of view, it's pretty rough. But from a what I need to achieve point of view, it's more than close enough, I think. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So what I do is I just stick this up here and turn the magnet on. Now what I've done is I've chosen a spot where I've got a good mass of metal, because these magnets, they're not strong. I take my parallel, this is the thinnest one I've got. I set it up here and I just bring it down. The reason I bring it down is so that it's, the more magnet I've got sticking to the angle plate, the better. And it's a little bit difficult here, but what I do is I just line up that's now in line with the parallel, near enough. It's not, we're not talking tenths of thousandths of an inch, we're not talking microns, it's just near enough. So now what I can do is I come across here, I better wind that up, otherwise we're going to have a collision. And that's about as far across as I can go, and we'll start winding it back down. So we're just about ready to start grinding, and hopefully it'll stay in focus when I'm grinding. But from this angle, sorry about hitting the camera, you can really see the difference in the width of the land on down this face. You can really see the taper in it. And we should see that disappear as I grind. As you can see, there's I'm careful here, I'm watching what my finger's doing. It's touching to about there at the moment, and the rest of it and that pretty much matches what I expect to see, because we're wider here than we are here, so I expect it to be touching here first. Now, I've got to be very careful because the magnet hasn't got a hell of a lot of bite. Across there than I probably should be, and it's probably generating a bit more heat than it should be. But as you can see, I still put my finger on it, it's still quite cool. These are only little bites, we're only going a couple of hundredths of a millimetre at a time, so we're taking less than a thou every time. Often when I'm working on grinders and I don't know what, when I'm trying to follow knife edges and stuff, if I don't know what the angles are, or I haven't got the gear to measure it with me, what I'll do is I'll paint it up red. Actually, I'll show you what I'll do. But I get my red Sharpie, my red felt pen. I mark it up red because then I can see it a light red. Because red gives me a good, it gives me something that I can see easy. And so what we can see now, I'm starting to move the wheel out. And you see what the contact patch is here. Oop. You can't see what the contact patch is here because I had it out of shot. But you can see the contact patch here now. That's where our contact is. So we'll come down a little bit and we'll start grinding in a more normal fashion. And even if this block moves a little bit, it's not that big a deal. As long, if it moves, if this moved a couple of tenths, it wouldn't be that big a deal as long as I grind it parallel and square to the outside, or parallel to the outside edge. As long as my plane's right, it's not a great big problem.